Welcome to my channel. Today's video is ladies choice. A lot of people say, Richie, speak about infections. I actually have a very big interview coming up, but this is just to give you little education about what you need to know about infections. So infections are caused by microorganisms, and there are millions of microorganisms. This video is specifically to tell you the reason why you don't have to treat yourself, self-medication, when you experience any signs and symptoms of infections. So why am I saying that? I'm saying that because there are millions of organisms from different species and different groups that can present those symptoms that you are seeing that makes you think that you have infection. So example, two ladies, one is having gonorrhea, the other is having candidiasis. Gonorrhea and candidiasis, they are all infections, and they may present same or similar symptoms. Now, candidiasis is caused by fungi. Gonorrhea is caused by bacteria. We treat bacterial infection with antibiotic, and we treat fungal infection with antifungi. Therefore, the drug or the medication that we will use to treat candidiasis will not be the same as the one we use to treat gonorrhea, because they are two different organisms altogether. So how will you know that what you are experiencing is fungal infection, is bacterial infection, or even parasitic infection? And that is why you need to go to the hospital whenever you see any signs and symptoms of infection. You need to go to the hospital anytime you see any signs and symptoms of infection, so that you go and run lab tests for us to know what organism is responsible for your infections. We can even do culture and sensitivity tests, which actually helps us to isolate the microorganism responsible for your infection, and even tells us the drug that can treat or that can cure that particular infection. So it is very important that you don't try to treat yourself when you see those signs and symptoms, but you go to the hospital, you run labs for us to know a particular organism and give you medication. One thing that's one of the side effects that if you try to do self-medication or treat it yourself, that you may gain resistance to certain antibiotics. I'm sure we've all heard of malaria that says you need to be tested positive before you take in anti-malaria, and that is because we keep building resistance to the malaria drug. So before you take in anti-malaria, you should be sure that you are positive to malaria test. The same thing applies to infections. Before you take in any antibiotic or any drug to cure infection, you should be sure the kind of organism responsible for the infection for you to be treated. So this information is very important, and especially for my ladies, please pay key attention to this very information. Share it to your friends. If you have any question, you can drop it in the comment section. You share, you like, and you make sure you subscribe to this channel. We'll meet again.